The Oscars are only a few days away, and I gotta keep this Oscar train going. So let's rank all the Best Supporting Actor and Actress nominees. And yes, I'm lumping both male and female categories. Before I start doing my ranking, I do gotta say that I did not watch Jeremy Strong's performance in The Apprentice. So this is actually gonna be ranking only 9 out of 10 of the nominees. Coming in at number 9, I'm gonna go with Isabella Rossellini. I think her performance is impactful and important in the film Conclave, but it is such a small role that you ultimately forget about her amongst the rest of the movie's theatrical performances. Number 8, Monica Barbaro. I think she gives a solid performance. She's very charismatic and she's enjoyable to watch on screen. I just don't think that she offers a lot when it comes to the film, but again, the movie itself is a paint by the numbers biopic. But she does do a really decent job. Number 7, Guy Pearce. I think he does a excellent job in The Brutalist, and he does eat up the scenery when he's there, but he is ultimately just a mustache twirling villain in the film. But he does play a really good antagonist towards Adrian Brody's character in the film. Number 6, Ed Norton in A Complete Unknown. This is a really different role for what he tends to do. It's a very soft and understated performance. He feels like a person that you want to give a warm hug to, and the way that the plot progresses, he is sort of the antagonist in a sense, but it doesn't always seem that way. And he just gives a really nuanced, leveled performance. And he was one of the few bright spots of A Complete Unknown. Like, whenever he came on screen, it became a little bit more watchable and brought a lot of levity to the film. Number 5, now we're getting into the big boy. Felicity Jones. I think she is the heart and soul of The Brutalist. She gives that level of heart and warmth that the movie was missing throughout the film. And she is that supporting piece that Adrian Brody's character needed. That second act of the film could have been a slog without her performance in it. She's commanding, she's motivating, she's what every man wants as a supporting wife in their corner. But at the same time, she's her own person and she owns the scene. Number 4, Kieran Culkin. He is probably the front runner in the Best Supporting Actor category right now. He's been winning everywhere and deservedly so. He's really good in A Real Pain. He's the pretty much the anchor of the film. But I do not think he's stretching his acting muscles, because if you've seen Succession, if you've seen interviews with him in real life, this is very much a character that he normally plays, but he does it so dang well that you can ultimately forgive him for being this really complex character that isn't so assured of himself, but at the same time, he's very charismatic, but also goes a little bit too far. Number 3, Yura Borisov. I just love his quiet performance. He was one of the standouts in Honora. Yes, this is Mikey Madison's movie, hands down, but he was that heart and little warmth that you needed from this movie. And the scene that he has at the very end with Mikey is one of the best scenes of last year. And he's hilarious. He has a really great comedic timing. He has a really good warmth to him. And he's just so understated and just makes you appreciate a kind soul in a movie where there's so many over the top characters that are just leaving destruction in their way. Number 2, Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande from Wicked is just perfect casting. She's hilarious. She can sing. She has great comedic timing. She gives a lot of heart into the film as well. I was not really expecting a lot from her aside from her singing, and she delivered on all aspects, and she had almost equal screen time to Cynthia Erivo in this movie, but she delivered on all cylinders. At number 1, it has to be Zoe Saldana. I think she delivered the best performance in the supporting category this year. Yes, you could say it's a lead performance, but she was commanding, she was emotional, she showed a lot of range and depth, and I think it's finally time for her to win an Oscar for giving us so many great blockbusters throughout the year. And not just because she is owed something, but because the performance is really that good. And she sold us on Amelia Perez, and she's just so wonderful in this movie, and I think she really deserves to win here.